clonazepam is a wonderful medication. For sleep, it has a very long half-life, like 40 hours. I mean, that's not the medication that I would use. And, you know, if there's another reason for it, and it just happens to be, because it does make you sleepy. She asked about Klonopin or clonazepam, but that's not a real great drug of choice for insomnia. Yeah, somebody else had it.
Ambien. Is that something you use?
Ambien? Yes. Now, of course, there's Ambien CR. You know, there's newer ones. Ambien has the same risk profile as these medications. It's obviously a lot of people are taking it, but see, that's where. This is where I have to bring up my sister. My sister lives in South Carolina, and I've been doing sleep now for 25 years, 30 years. I can't remember actually, probably because of sleeping pills or something. But, and I offered numerous times, come into the lab, I'll sneak you in. Sorry, Riverside, I'll sneak you in. We'll do a sleep study. We'll figure out why you are having trouble with your sleep. And she wouldn't do that for anything in the world. What does your brother know anyway? And she takes Ambien every night. Okay? Now, there are a lot of people on sleeping pills. I would venture to say 75% of the people who are taking pills to sleep don't need to be on that pill. They don't need. It's like having a pain in your leg and assuming, well, look, I've just got a pain in my leg. I'll get pain medication. That'll be great. Ignoring the bone cancer that's growing in your leg. You know, it's just you're treating something symptomatically that you can find the cause for. So my sister came to visit a couple of years ago. She came downstairs. She was in her bathrobe. She had taken her Ambien, okay? And we had this long conversation. My sister loves to just ask questions. She should have been, I don't know, a private detective or something. Asked a whole bunch of questions. We had a long conversation. The next morning she got up and she started in on the same questions. And I said, Judy, did you take your Ambien before or after you came downstairs and we had that conversation last night? She said, before. And I said, we had this complete conversation last night. She had no idea that we had it. That's the naked woman at 7-Eleven buying M&Ms and not knowing why she's there. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
That new medicine you recommended.
Well, I didn't recommend it, but Belsomra. Right.
Can that be used for narcolepsy, did you say?
Oh, no. No, it's exactly, the medication works like narcolepsy is working. Okay. Yeah, but you don't take it for narcolepsy. There is a medication. We don't have a medication that cures narcolepsy, but we have two of them that treat it. Yeah.
One's for Vigil?
Yes. Yeah, actually, it's new Vigil now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does memory lapse go away after you stop taking it?
Yes. The question is, will the memory lapse go away after you quit taking the Ambien CR?
I thought it was going crazy.
It will. It does go away. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
What is it good for?
Clonazepam is good for, I mean, it was originally, Mark, he asked about Klonopin or clonazepam. It actually was originally used as a seizure medication. It kind of decreases the activity in your brain, and it can be used really for a variety of things, just not for sleep. I mean, it really can be used for a lot of stuff. Okay, let me move on. Okay, so we'll get to the napping now. We recommend no caffeine past noon. Caffeine, we think, may have a half-life as long as 8 to 12 hours. So if you're drinking a cup of coffee at night and you have trouble with your sleep, now that's not just trouble going to sleep, but it can be trouble staying asleep. You may be so sleepy when you go to bed, even with caffeine on board, that you can go to sleep, but after you pay back a little bit of your sleep debt, that's when the caffeine, which is still in your system, can start waking you up. So we really avoid, I go to bed about 11:30 at night. No caffeine for me past about 1 to 2 at the absolute latest, but I have no trouble with my sleep. I'm in bed and I'm gone. Okay? We recommend only 2 activities in bed, sleep and, and so no TV, no reading, clock watching, computer. A dark, quiet bedroom, and that's in your handout, which I thought those were good suggestions. Dark, quiet. I cover up my clock. I mean, you can't see your hand in front of your face in my bedroom. A lot of people say, I can't sleep without the TV on. You can't sleep well with the TV on, I promise you. It fragments your sleep. The light gets absorbed into your brain and screws up your circadian rhythm. Okay? All right. If you can't fall asleep or go back to sleep within 20 or 30 minutes, get out of bed, do something relaxing, boring, and then get back in bed when you feel sleepy. Don't get up and start, doing stuff like my mother, who's been gone now many years, used to get up at night and ride her exercise bicycle, middle of the night. And I called her one time and she told me what she did, and I said, Mom, you may want to reconsider that. Kind of like my sister, What the heck does he know? Okay, exercise late afternoon or early evening, not right before bed. Tobacco is a stimulant, avoid that. Less time in bed, the better. So you don't want to spend, this is a great story. I used to have people come in and they would literally be in bed 20 hours a day to sleep. And I would say to them, why are you only need 8 hours of sleep at night, why are you in bed 20 hours a day? And they would say, and the logic I think is great, they would say, well, I have trouble sleeping, and so I want to make sure that I'm in the right place if it happens to happen. If I get a gift of sleep, I want to be in bed, which sometimes I have a lot of trouble talking them out of that. Okay, now, back to your question about naps. So avoid long naps. Now, to the sleep field, a nap is 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's it. That's all a nap is. When I would ask people, do you nap? Oh, yeah, I nap. Well, when do you nap? Oh, nap, 1, 2 o'clock. How long's your nap? 3 hours. That's not a nap. That's a sleep period. Okay? And that'll screw up your sleep. A power nap where you're asleep, if I ever take a nap, I can sleep 5 minutes and wake up and feel great. But 30, 40, 50, when you start increasing it, it'll screw you up. Don't worry about your sleep. Worry makes it worse. And take a vacation from your problems. When you get in bed, I feel like I'm on vacation. I'm not there to worry. You can pray, you can meditate, you can relax, but sitting there mulling over, how your life is going into the dumper isn't going to be conducive to your sleep. I promise. Yes, ma'am.
My youngest is 16, and the kids just don't go to bed very early anymore.
Right.
They're doing homework until 10:30.
Right.
He sometimes takes naps, and I try to tell him don't take a nap that way. But he never has trouble going to sleep at night.
But he doesn't go to sleep until.
He goes to sleep about 11, and he gets up at 5:40. And so
I don't know.
I hate to say no to the nap because I feel like he's really depriving himself of sleep. But when he takes a nap, he sleeps for like an hour.
Well, it's a circular thing, and if you can help break the nap time, he may do better. Also, think about caffeine when they get home from school.
Yeah, no, he doesn't drink any
Okay,
caffeine.
and think about TV, computer, and stuff like that in their room.